Commodore Call pregame, Blake Bernard with Coach Trundy. Coach, we're switching up a little bit, getting in the golf cart. But today, you guys are facing Cotuit. You kind of took it to them the other night, but today I noticed a couple scouts in attendance. Does having scouts in attendance affect the players at all, or do they even know if they're there?
I think if a kid is really, focused on what he should be, it's not like they're there. I mean, these guys are used to having scouts around. I mean, they've been around them so much that I think it's just kind of, old hat now, so to speak. And certainly, I think their focus will be on the game, and that's the way it should be.
Now, Passantino's going for you guys. He hasn't won a game yet. You think third time will be the charm?
Well, I hope so. He's pitched exceptionally well and certainly given us an opportunity to win. So, we love his competitiveness and the way he attacks hitters. So hopefully today's the third time's a charm.
And then for you guys, running into a couple of mistakes on the bases, how does the team handle that? Do you work a little bit extra outside of that?
I think the biggest thing is, it's a thing where it's a learning process, the running the bases. We want guys to be aggressive. We want guys to push the issue a little bit. But at the same time, if you have that aggressiveness, you have to accept some mistakes with it. And, it's all part of the learning curve and understanding when's a good time to take that extra base and when it isn't. Through the course of the summer, I think you'll see improvement with that.
Gigliotti, he's on a 9-game hitting streak, stealing some bases in that time. Is it the 3-hole? Is it something different? What's working for Gigliotti right now?
I just think he's a good player. He's a very, very good player who loves to play. I think he has some energy and some enthusiasm, and that makes a big difference. When you're playing every single day, you got to love what you're doing, and Michael does. And he loves showing up at the yard and getting some work in and getting prepared. And he has a lot of fun playing. I think that translates well into success.
Now, the College World Series, Manojevic's on the U of A roster that made it to the College World Series against all the odds against Coastal Carolina. Did you see U of A or even Coastal Carolina making that?
No, I mean, the coaches have talked about that a lot, what a year it's been in college baseball. And obviously, Coastal and Arizona are very, very good teams, so they wouldn't be where they are right now. But I don't think anybody probably would have picked them. And probably, to be honest, nobody would have probably picked them a couple of days ago when they had to beat TCU and Oklahoma State twice. So it's a great story for both schools. And, having JJ as a part of our team last summer and seeing him have the success that he's having and that team's having is very satisfying, and we're certainly wishing him the best.
And then lastly, with the A&M players that have recently added to the roster, do you expect them to become more of the bullpen, or do you think they might get some starting time?
Their first few outings, I think, will be out of the bullpen. What we do from that point forward, we'll see. We still don't have really everybody here yet. So once it all shakes out, we'll piece the puzzle together and figure out how we're going to best move forward. And once again, I know I mentioned this before, but Mike Landry is outstanding, and he spends a lot of time putting things together and figuring out what's going to work the best. And he puts a lot of time into getting to know the kids and talking to them as well. So, that will all kind of shake itself out, I think, over the next few weeks.
And then Landry seems pretty chiseled on the outside, but the players kind of say he can tone down a little bit. Is that the case with Landry?
Yeah, I mean, Michael's a great guy, and, I think the world of him. And, I'm very, very fortunate to be able to be around him and Brad and Jack during the summer. And, they make my day certainly easier, but they also make it a lot of fun. And I think that's the thing with Mike. I think the pitchers, at first I think he can come across like, maybe he's going to be tough to get to know, but, within a short amount of time, they know that he really cares about them and is invested in their best interest. So, they end up loving him. And, they'll have a great experience during the summer. And, when the summer comes to an end, I know they're gonna look back and say they had a great experience, and Mike's going to be a big part of that.
All right, well, thanks for going with the flow in the golf cart today, and best of luck tonight, all right?
Thanks, Blake.